All right, my friend. What I want to do is I want to show you something very, very cool. One of my favorite sets. My personal favorite set. I like all of them, but what this set's going to show is something very cool. It is what to do when the girl literally gives you nothing, zero, nothing, not even a word, and how you can compensate for that with your killer-ass, amazing, natural verbal game. Because remember the 4 rules of verbal game. Number 1, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. 1A is talk about paint pictures in her head. Number 1B is write songs in her head. And 1C is talk about your feelings. Number 2 is talk about your passions. Number 3 is no filters. And number 4 is, what was number 4? Sorry, I just ate. Number 4 is the chain of associations, which is exactly what you're going to see right here. Again, if you're not sure about the theory, head over to the natural. Okay, other than that, what you're going to see here in this picture is I'm the guy in the Hawaii shirt. Student is behind me. He's just observing a little bit. And I approach this group of girls and I say something, and the first thing I do is they look at me, roll their eyes, and they turn away. Not even acknowledge anything. So it's literally just like, fuck that guy. Important to know, at this very moment where I'm like, where I see that, I'm not like, fuck these fucking bitches. I think it's funny. Again, I think it's funny. I'm like, ha-ha! Time for Max to give Max a good time. I appreciate it when things like that happens. Without further ado, let's crack into it.
Excuse me, I just thought that guy would do infield footage.
That's my opener. I just thought that guy would do infield footage. First thing that came to my mind. I don't even know. I have no idea what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but who cares? Girls proceed to ignore me.
Like, what the fuck, right? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. Do you speak English? I know you hate me, like, short guy, beard, what the fuck? He's not rich, he's not good looking. On top of that, I'm having a Hawaii shirt. Well, sorry. I'm sorry, but on a brighter note, I'm white, I'm sober, I have a job. Like that song by The Offspring, Why Don't You Get a Job? It actually was on the 1998 American album, which was the first ever album I listened to in its entirety.
Yeah, so may the rant begin. So I feel the rant coming up here, like, oh, this is fun. I don't even have to talk to somebody, I just talk to myself. So like, I'm starting to roll now.
I remember my friend from elementary school, his name was Flo. He lived in Kramergasse 113, that's German. I speak German because I'm from Austria. I forgot the word in Czech that says Austria. I forgot. I mean, I have a lot to do. For example, I had the hot seat earlier. It was like a 10-hour program. Before that, I listened to a lot of metal. That chick that I pulled yesterday, she was like, oh, I don't really like metal. I'm like, well, let's try it. So I played One by Metallica, which is, by the way, the 1988 album, and Justice for All, which is a great tour, by the way. Unfortunately, I wasn't old enough back then. I was minus 2 years old. By minus 2, I mean, it was 2 years until I was born. So because I was born in 1990, which makes me 24 years old. But on a very bright note, I'm almost 25 years old, which means I'm almost a quarter century old. By the way, many people don't know that Julian and me were not that many years apart. He's 26 and a half. I wish he would be 2.
So yeah, we're on 1.5 minutes of just me talking in. Let's see.
2 years older than me. He's unfortunately only 1.5 years older than me. That means in 1.5 years, I have to be as big as Julian. I mean, of course, it's like a kind of a bigger goal, but I read it in a book called The 10X Rule. It's by Grant Duran, I think. So, dude, by the way, funny story about that guy. I always thought he was black for some reason because his accent sounds kind of black. Now I watched the video of him, this dude is fucking white. I'm like, what the fuck? He talks like a black person. Like, I mean, without being racist. To be honest, I had sex with black chicks. Actually, the funny thing about black chicks, I'm not really into black chicks, but if I had sex with them, they're amazingly fucking hot. I'm usually like more into the Swedish chicks or like Norwegian chicks, because I'm like more into blonde kind of personality. I tell myself that I don't really care what kind of hair color the girl has, but most importantly, I always say it's like, it's the face, the body. I'm an ass type, by the way. Many guys, I always say there's 2 kinds of guys. There's number 1, boobs guys. There's the other side, number 2, ass guys.
2.5 minutes in, I love it.
I'm not sure. I think boobs are kind of gaining ground. But, you know, they have to gain a lot of ground. Oh, by the way, there's a motorcycle. Oh, my God. I never saw that. My dad, by the way, he has a Harley Davidson, which is pretty cool. But he's too lazy to kind of get it out, so he maybe uses it for like 1 month, a fucking year. I mean, you know, Austrian winter is like 11 months, and Austrian summer is like 1 month. We don't really have like the, I don't know, in German we call it Übergangszeiten. I guess it's like the middle ground between winter and summer. You know, you call it spring, I guess. Spring and fall. In Austria you call Herbst. Some people in Germany say Herbst, but that's a completely different dialect. Funny enough is Austria has a wide range of dialects because the thing about the dialects is... Oh, hey, nice to meet you, by the way. My name is Max.
Nice to meet you.
Are you from the Czech Republic?
So yeah, here we go. 3 minutes and 22 seconds in, the set opened. Again, was I mad? Like, it takes me so long to open the set because I'm not meant to get. No, I'm like, yeah. Now I can just talk to myself. That's how fucking much fun I have. There shouldn't literally not be a difference between you talking to girls and you talking to a wall. You should have equal amount of fun. Who's responsible for your own fun? Point at the person. Point at the person that is responsible for your fun. Well, I'm going to point at the person that's responsible for my fun. Oh, that's right, it's me. It's not the fucking girls' reactions. It's not like the DJ who's about to play your song, whoever the fuck. It is your fucking responsibility. And that is a very good example of how you could just have fun, even if the girls give you nothing. Now, what I want you to do is here, if you see, just look at the right half of the screen, the girl's, there's like this like 90-degree angle of her like black sleeve, and the girl behind that, that's the hot girl. That's the girl that I don't want to talk to. That's the girl that I initially was the reason why I approached the group. And I'll see how she's starting to smile, because why? Because I'm fucking awesome. Now, from a more natural game standpoint here, she likes me because I gain massive amounts of passive attraction. Why? Because it's easy. Look, the girls know that they rejected me. They're very well aware, like, oh, fuck this guy, we're just not gonna talk to him, you know, like automated firewall response. But because I'm standing my ground, because I still have a good time, despite them not giving me anything, I'm showing passive attraction. I'm showing that I'm a cool guy. Because they're like, well, we rejected this guy, yet he's still here. He's still having a fucking good time. He's still in a good mood. That guy must have something. And that, my friend, is passive attraction. So look at the girl here, and that is right to my left, how she's starting to smile.
Where from?
Austria.
Austria.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not so far.
How do you say Austria in Czech?
Check it out right here, how she's smiling while I'm talking. She's like, this guy's cool. I'm listening to what he's saying. That's interesting. Okay. And now I'm introducing myself to her. Oh, look at that smile. Look at how fucking good. She loves it. She's like, finally the cool guy talks to me. Passive attraction, my friend. So what happens here is pretty interesting, because now I'm chatting with her. By the way, I'm not smoking. I'm just randomly running around with a cigarette for self-amusement reason. I'm talking to her. I'm having a good time. Everything's going well. Again, passive attraction works for me. I barely have to do shit. But then there's this guy coming in. You see him to my right. How he's like demonstratively, in a minute, he's demonstratively, if that's a word, putting his arm in between us right here. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's a new thing. And he's like, oh yeah, that's interesting. I don't care. I'm still talking to the student. I'm like, yeah, I hope you understand it now, what it means to have passive attraction. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm mainly here to do the boot camp, to help out my students. So I'm not really sure what the guy is trying to do here by being so demonstratively. Actually, you just saw how the girl looked over to me a little bit. Now he's like, oh, it's Max. And he waits until I finish talking to the student. And here he says, hey Max, it's me, I've been to the hot seat. He literally just been to the hot seat. Like, that was shot after the Prague hot seat. Must have been an hour or two afterwards. So he's like, hey, I've just been to the hot seat. I've been talking to this girl earlier. Like, is it okay if I talk to her? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I mean, I like her, but, you know, whatever. I'm here on boot camp anyway, so I just get another girl. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Couple minutes later, said guy pulls the girl away. He quote-unquote isolates her, which is cool, because it's just what I taught him in the hot seat. And I end up with her still very cute friend that still hates me. Like, after all this time now, after all the passive attraction ignoring me rocking the set, she still hates me. And so I'm talking to her here, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go back to my students, or I said to my friends. And I'm like, oh, let's exchange numbers. And she's just like, no. I'm like, okay. Well, then, hug goodbye then. No. She just like, for whatever reason, she really hates me. And notice how quickly I open another girl. Like, I don't even care about the rejection. The girl in the red dress is not even gone yet. I'm already opening the next girl. Let's see.
I'd just like to meet you and enjoy your evening, enjoy your holiday and so on.
Little one, right here. I know I'm shorter than you,
I'm all.
but I have inner values.
Okay, enjoy your evening. It was nice to talk with you.
I know. Goodbye, hug. Hug, goodbye.
No, ciao.
We hug, I'm sorry.
Ciao. Bye, bye.
Excuse me. Hi, Max.
So it's funny, I'm still like shaking the red dress girl's hand while I'm already like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm seeing another hot girl. That's how you get over rejection.
Hello.
Huh? Are you from Czech Republic?
No, I'm from Slovakia.
Wow. I can say Dievka. Dobrý den. Come here. Simona.
Yeah, okay.
How old are you, little girl?
21.
You want to play this? Oh my god. I'm 24.
Okay.
Where's your friends?
My friend's downstairs, but it's really loud.
Yeah, I know.
And you, what are you doing here?
She touches her hair, classic IOI, and she's asking stuff, even better IOI.
Business.
And where are you from?
I'm from Austria.
Really nice place.
Yeah.
And do you like Prague?
I hate it.
Negative emotional spike. Well, remember what we said about vibing, right? Flatline talk plus emotional spikes.
Why?
It's not cool.
Not for you.
Huh?
So you're traveling a lot.
Yeah.
And?
And
I
that's
want
just
more.
fine.
Okay.
What do? Do you have a six-pack? Do you have a six-pack?
Oh no, I'm really fat.
Yeah, super fat. You're like the skinniest girl I've ever seen.
So this is like, yeah, you're very fat. That emotional spike only works with very, very well in shape, slim, skinny girls. If the girl just has a slight chance of having an insecurity of being a little too chubby, don't say that. But for girls that are really skinny and really like fit, it's hilarious to call them fat. Like, oh, look, you're so fucking fat, you fat pig. She's like, I know I'm really, really well in shape. So they just think it's funny, including her. So she's just like, oh, okay, that's fucking funny. By the way, I'll pick her up with one hand, which is, for me, it's like, I like it. Like, when I can pick up the girl with one hand, perfect.
I could pick you up with one hand. Yeah. I could throw you in the trash from there.
Okay, I thank you.
Whoop.
From the camera.
She's like, in front of the camera. I didn't hear that. I saw it later on when I watched the footage. In that moment, I'm just like, yeah, haha, you're funny.
You're cute. How's your night going?
So, what are you doing?
Just chilling.
Really nice guy, so you're alone?
Huh?
Alone?
Like, she's like, you're a really nice guy, and she asks me if I'm alone. At this point, I'm like, oh, I see where this is going. And by the way, as I asked her later, you know what, I want to tell you later as well.
No, my friends are somewhere downstairs.
But girlfriend or
I'm single.
why?
Huh?
Why?
I'm hard to handle.
Disqualifying myself, I'm hard to handle.
Crazy. Look at me.
Yeah, I'm crazy too. But
Yeah?
That sometimes you find the right person, then you say, oh my god.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
So yeah, like, this girl is just like borderline on. She's really cool too, but let me tell you now, fuck it. The reason why that works so well, because people are like, well, you just open girls that are already into you. Yes, guess fucking what? It's called passive attraction. As she's saying later, she saw me roaming through the club, having a hell of a fucking good time, befriending people. Then she saw me talking to those girls. She saw them totally ignoring me and me still having a good time. And that's where she said she decided that she stood behind me, waited until I was done talking to the girl in the red dress, so I would open her. Well, her plan worked out. Smart girl.
Craziest things? Yeah, it's a lot of things.
Like what?
Yeah, one time I sit in the car when I really like, this guy is really crazy, and he take me from here 2,000 kilometers to another place.
Wow.
Yeah, girls love to do that. They talk about this other really amazing, super cool guy. Now remember what we talked about in the chapters in the natural betaization, right? Women and alpha males, as well as the shit test chapter. Classic shit test. Talking about another guy that's really cool. Do you want to be jealous? Like, I could take you in a car 2,000 kilometers. Or are you the alpha male who just says, like, oh yeah, that guy was pretty cool. Unimpressed because you're aware of your high fucking value.
But it was like, he take me to one place and he sit 10 hours in his car and wait for me.
Sexy.
No, it was really like, what the fuck, you're really stupid. No, it's about you.
Is
So,
it?
the craziest thing you do for a girl.
For a girl? Nothing.
Yeah, I know it.
I love that. She's like, what's the craziest girl you ever did for a girl? Like, for a girl? Nothing. Obviously, I did a lot for really cool girls I like. But I just love, like, playing the ass. They're like, nothing. And she loves it, too.
And why?
I never do anything for girls.
But why?
Why would I?
But girls really like,
I love your t-shirt. Is that a cat?
So I'm doing here is I'm a little physical. I'm touching her on her lower back, pulling her in and seeing how she reacts. Remember, we're using physicality as a ping, right? And I get very good responses. No need for the kiss, no need for any validation or whatever the fuck. I'm just like, okay, she reacts very well on a verbal level. I know that I just need to stay in, set, and pull because time is my biggest wingman. But I still want to see if she's just like a very talkative person. She wants to like fuck with me a little bit, or is she actually interested? And thus, I'm doing that little physical move here.
You have a cat t-shirt?
yeah. Yeah.
Why? You like cats?
But it's about you. What do you have on your t-shirt?
It's on a Hawaii shirt.
I'm bringing back the Hawaii shirts. Go deal with it.
Yeah, I won't talk about you.
Why?
Because I want.
You're so cute.
Oh. What are you doing in your life?
I give seminars here. What do you do here? Talking about me? Is that your hobby?
Yeah, it's my hobby talking about you.
Yeah?